Be me 23. Living in a sensory deprivation tank, masquerading as a one-bedroom apartment. Rent is split 70/30 because I have a real job doing data entry, and he has a vision. BF is 28, let's call him Gavin. Gavin is currently vibrating at a frequency that makes my teeth hurt, sitting in his Herman Miller chair, bought with my tax return, staring at a dual-monitor setup that costs more than my first car. The room smells like ozone, stale vape clouds, and that specific sharp musk of a man who hasn't showered, because he's on a ranked win streak. I'm on the floor, literally on the floor, sitting on a flattened beanbag, folding laundry while watching a 4-hour video essay on the downfall of a sitcom I've never seen. This is my life. This is the peak of my existence. Escaped my ultra-religious parents 3 years ago for this. Traded Sunday Mass and skirt-length checks for Discord notification sounds and the constant hum of a PC cooling fan. I thought this was freedom. Feels more like waiting in a dentist's office for an appointment that never gets called. Gavin takes off his headset. The silence is sudden and violent. Usually there's the click-clack of his mechanical keyboard, blue switches, loud enough to wake the dead. Now just the hum of the fridge from the kitchen. He spins the chair around. He has that look. The I've been thinking look. The look that usually precedes a lecture about how I'm loading the dishwasher inefficiently, or why my taste in music is objectively incorrect based on music theory. Anon, he says. His voice is calm, practiced, like he's rehearsing a script he read on a subreddit for high-value males. I feel like we're stagnating. I stop folding a pair of his boxers, gray fruit of the loom, elastic starting to fray. Stagnating how? I ask, voice small. I hate how small my voice gets around him. Trained reflex from childhood. Make yourself small and maybe the predator won't see you. Intellectually, emotionally, sexually. He ticks them off on his fingers like he's ordering combo meals. Human beings aren't meant to be mono-channel receivers, anon. We're broad spectrum. Confining ourselves to one input source it's biological suicide. I stare at him, trying to parse the word salad. Are you breaking up with me? Stomach drops through the floorboards. Panic sets in. Not heartbreak panic, survival panic. Where will I go? Can't go back to parents. Rent is too high to live alone. I am a barnacle terrified the ship is sinking. No, God, you're so dramatic. He sighs, rubbing his temples. I'm talking about opening the network, expanding our bandwidth, an open relationship. The words feel foreign in my mouth, like trying to speak a language I only learned from Duolingo. Ethical non-monogamy, he corrects sharp. It's about compersion. It's about destroying the ego's need for possession. He stands up and starts pacing the small room, stepping over the laundry piles, lecturing me while I sit on the floor clutching his underwear. Look at us, anon, we're bored, I'm bored, you're whatever you are. Ouch. I have needs that aren't being met. Variety, intellectual stimulation, the thrill of the hunt. And what about me? I ask. He stops, looks down at me with pity. That's the beauty of it, you get to do it too. He smiles. It's a benevolent smile. The kind a king gives a peasant when he throws a copper coin in the mud. You can date whoever you want, sleep with whoever, total autonomy. He knows I won't. He knows I have the social skills of a feral cat. He knows I go to work, come home, put on noise-canceling headphones and doomscroll until I pass out. The idea of me talking to another human being, let alone flirting, is a mathematical impossibility. It's fair, he insists. Symmetry, equality. I look at the screen behind him. His Discord is open. I can see the wall of text in a server called The Lodge, or something stupid. He's probably been planning this for weeks, getting hyped up by his internet friends. What if I don't want to? I whisper. The air in the room gets heavy. The benevolent smile vanishes, replaced by the disappointed father face. Then you're controlling me, he says simply. You're stifling my growth because of your own insecurities. Is that the kind of person you want to be? Toxic, possessive, just like your parents. The kill shot. He knows exactly where to hit. Comparing me to my mother is the nuclear option. No, I say quickly. I'm not like them. Then prove it. He leans down, hands on his knees, face close to mine. Smells like mint gum and stale coffee. Let's just try it, for me. If you love me, you'll let me be free. I agree. Of course I agree. I nod my head and swallow the bile, rising in my throat. Okay, I say. Okay, Gavin, we can try it. He claps his hands together. Fantastic, you won't regret this. This is going to be the making of us. He immediately spins back to his desk. Alt tabs out of the game. Opens a browser window. I watch from the floor as he types in a dating site URL. He doesn't even wait for me to leave the room. Click, click, click. Creating a profile. Uploading photos. I see him dragging a picture of himself from our anniversary dinner last year. Crop me out. Just him holding a craft beer, looking deep. Bio, he mutters to himself. Sapiosexual, enum, partnered but looking. He's humming. Actually humming. Hasn't been this happy since he got a new graphics card. I finish folding the laundry in silence. Stack his shirts. Stack his pants. Match his socks. I feel like I'm folding my own dignity and putting it in a drawer. Stand up, knees cracking. I'm going to bed, I say. Cool, cool, he doesn't look back. Hey, download Tinder on your phone. Set up a profile. I want to see it tomorrow. Why? Accountability, he says. Gotta play by the rules. Go into the bedroom. It's small, dark, stuffy. Lie on the mattress on the floor. We have a frame. Just haven't put it together in 6 months. Stare at the ceiling. Hear the typing from the other room. Fast, rhythmic, excited. Asterisk ping asterisk. Asterisk ping asterisk. Notification starting already. He's probably paying for the premium boost or whatever. Pull out my phone. Screen brightness burns my retinas. Download the app. Staring at the icon. A little flame. Feels like I'm holding a grenade. Create account. Name Anon. Age 23. Photo. A blurry selfie I took in the bathroom mirror 3 months ago where my hair looked okay-ish. Bio. Cursor blinks. Mocking me. What am I supposed to say? Forced into this by BF, who thinks he's God's gift to women. Emotionally stunted, runaway seeking validation. Please don't perceive me. Leave it blank. Swipe right on 3 random faces without looking. Close the app. Curl into a ball under the duvet. Listen to Gavin laugh in the other room. A low, throaty chuckle. He's already talking to someone. It's been 45 minutes. I feel a cold, heavy stone in my stomach. Disorientation. Like I woke up in someone else's life. I'm the outsider here. In my own apartment. In my own relationship. Just a ghost haunting the lease. Close my eyes. Wait for sleep or death. Whichever comes first. Gavin types on. The sound of my relationship dismantling, one keystroke at a time. Wake up to the sound of aggressive tapping. Sunlight filtering through the cheap blinds. Dust motes dancing in the beams. Feel crusty, dehydrated. Headache sitting right behind my eyes. Roll over. Gavin is sitting up in bed. Phone inches from his face. Manic grin plastered on. He doesn't even look at me. Morning, I croak. SHH, he waves a hand without looking. Talking to this girl, Kayla. She's into hiking and post-structuralism. I stare at his back. The curve of his spine. The slightly greasy hair at the nape of his neck. He's been awake for hours. I can tell by the energy coming off him. Electric, frantic. Did you sleep? Who needs sleep when you have connection anon? This is what I was talking about. The energy. The flow. He finally turns to me. Eyes bloodshot but wide. Let me see your phone. What? Your profile, let me see. He snatches my phone from the nightstand before I can protest. Unlocks it, he knows my passcode. I don't know his. Swipes open the app. Frowns immediately. 0 matches, seriously. I just made it last night. You have no game. Bio is blank, photos are trash. He starts typing on my phone. I feel a weird violation. Like someone reaching into my mouth and rearranging my teeth. There, he tosses it back onto the mattress. I pick it up. Bio now reads, asterisk looking for new experiences, chill vibes only, swipe right if you can handle a challenge, asterisk. I can't have that, I say, stomach twisting. It sounds like a bot wrote it. It sounds confident, he snaps, swings his legs out of bed. I'm hitting the shower, gotta look fresh, coffee date at noon. Noon today. Yeah, life moves fast, keep up. Bathroom door slams. Shower starts. I lie there in the damp sheets, holding the phone like it's radioactive. Look at the screen. The little flame icon seems to be laughing at me. Asterisk ping asterisk. A notification. Heart hammers against my ribs. Open it. Hey handsome, looking for a good time. Check my bio for rates Zoxo. It's a bot. Obviously. Feel a wave of humiliation so profound, I actually blush in the empty room. Get up. Move through the apartment like a zombie. Avoid the bathroom door. Steam creeping out from under it. Smell of his expensive body wash. The one he told me was too pricey for everyday use. Apparently today is special. Make instant coffee. Tastes like burnt dirt. Sit at the wobbly IKEA table. Stare at a stain on the laminate. Looks like a face screaming. Dissociation setting in hard. Nothing feels real. The walls feel thin, like stage scenery. If I leaned too hard, I'd fall right through into the void. Gavin comes out, towel around his waist, dripping wet, whistling, puts on his best jeans, the ones that actually fit, puts on a crisp button down. I'm wearing stained sweatpants and a t-shirt with a hole in the armpit. The contrast is physical painful. You working today? He asks, checking his hair in the microwave reflection. Yeah, shift starts at 2. Cool, cool. Listen, I might bring her back here later. I freeze. Coffee mug halfway to my mouth. Here? Yeah, if the vibe is right. Where am I supposed to go? You're working until 10, right? Yeah, but... So what's the problem? If you come back and the door is locked, just, I dunno, go for a walk, get a drink. Embrace the spontaneity. He sprays cologne. A cloud of musk and cedar chokes the small kitchen. Don't be weird about this, Anon. This is growth, we're growing. He grabs his keys, kisses me on the forehead. Felt like being pecked by a bird. Purely mechanical. Wish me luck. Door closes. Silence rushes back in. Heavy and suffocating. Go to work. Retail hellscape. Big box store. Fluorescent lights humming at a frequency that rattles my teeth. Stocking shelves in the electronics section. Watching customers shuffle by. Mouth breathers. Screaming kids. Old people yelling at price tags. I feel invisible. A ghost in a blue vest. Check my phone on break. 2 more matches. One is a couple looking for a unicorn. The other is a guy named Brick, whose profile picture is just his torso. Delete the app. Reinstall it 5 minutes later. Panic. What if Gavin checks? What if accountability means he needs to see I'm trying? Swipe right blindly. Face, dog, abs, car, face. It's sludge. Human sludge. Churning through the algorithm. Feel nauseous. Eat a vending machine sandwich for dinner. Taste like plastic and sadness. 9:45 p.m. Shift ends. Dread pooling in my gut. Check text. Message from Gavin, asterisk going well, don't come home yet, asterisk. Standing in the parking lot. Rain starting to spit. Cold drizzle. Look at the text. Look at the bus stop. I have nowhere to go. No friends. Cut them all off because Gavin said they were holding me back. No money for a bar. Just me and the damp pavement. Phone buzzes again. Gavin asterisk actually go to Liam's. I told him you might crash there, he's cool with it. Asterisk. Liam. His older brother. The one Gavin calls the suit. Boring corporate drone, Gavin always says. Guy has no soul, just a 401k. Haven't seen him since Christmas. He bought me a nice scarf. Gavin made fun of it. Said it was bougie. I still wear it when Gavin isn't looking. Sigh. Type back asterisk okay asterisk. Walk to the bus stop. Rain gets harder. Bus ride takes 40 minutes. Liam lives on the other side of the city. The nice side, where the streetlights actually work and there's no trash on the sidewalk. Get off the bus. Walk to his building. It's an actual house. Converted duplex. Brick ivy, neat little garden. Feel like a stain walking up the path. Muddy sneakers. Wet work uniform. Hair plastered to my skull. Ring the doorbell. Wait. Maybe he's not home. Maybe Gavin lied. Maybe I'll just sleep under a bush. Door opens. Light spills out. Warm golden light. Liam stands there. He looks like Gavin but finished. Like Gavin is the rough draft and Liam is the final print. Taller, broader shoulders, wearing a sweater that looks soft, holding a book, glasses perched on his nose. Anon, voice is deeper too. Calm, steady. Hey Liam, sorry, Gavin said. I know what Gavin said. Come in, you're soaking wet. He steps back, ushers me inside. The air hits me. Smells like old paper, coffee, and something clean like rain. No stale weed smell. No dirty laundry pile. Just order. Shoes there, he points to a mat. I kick off my muddy sneakers. Feel ashamed of my socks. One has a hole in the toe. Curl my toes to hide it. Rough night, he asks. Closing the door, locking out the rain. Locking out the world. You could say that. Gavin's on a crusade again. He walks into the kitchen. Open plan. Granite counters. Everything spotless. Something like that, I mumble. Following him like a stray dog. He calls it ethical non-monogamy now, I add. Liam snorts. Reaches into a cupboard. Pulls out a mug. He called it entrepreneurship when he tried to sell NFTs, and minimalism when he sold all your furniture to buy a VR headset. He pours hot water from a kettle. Tea, chamomile, helps with the nerves. I nod, dumbfounded. He hands me the mug. Fingers brush. His hand is warm, dry. Sit, he gestures to the living room. Couch is clean, don't worry about your clothes. I sit. Sink into the cushions. Velvet. Dark green. Feels like being hugged. Liam sits in the armchair opposite. Sips his own tea. Looks at me. Really looks at me. Not scanning me for flaws. Not looking past me at a screen. Just observing. So he says. He kicked you out so he could hook up with someone. Blunt. No sugarcoating. He said he needed the space, for the vibe. The vibe, Liam repeats. Flatly. And you're okay with this. I look down into my tea. Swirling the bag. I don't know, I guess. He says I'm repressed. Says I need to challenge my ownership constructs. Jesus Christ, Liam mutters. Takes a sip. He's an idiot anon, you know that right. I blink. Look up. He's smart, he reads a lot of theory. He reads Wikipedia summaries of theory, so he can manipulate people. Liam leans forward. Elbows on knees. You look exhausted. I am. When was the last time you ate actual food, not instant noodles? I had a vending machine sandwich. Liam stands up. Sets his mug down. That's a crime against humanity. I made stew, there's leftovers. You don't have to. Sit, stay, eat. He moves to the kitchen. Starts clattering with bowls. I watch him. The efficiency of his movements. No wasted energy. No performance. Just a guy getting food for a guest. I feel a lump in my throat. Hot and sharp. Tears pricking my eyes. Why? Because he offered me stew. Because he called his brother an idiot. Because the room is warm and quiet and doesn't smell like desperation. I wipe my eyes quickly with my sleeve. Take a deep breath. The disorientation shift. From nothing is real to this is too real. Seeing what life is supposed to look like. Stability. Dignity. It's terrifying. Because I know I have to go back. Back to the air mattress. Back to the blue light. Back to the sludge. Liam brings the bowl. Steam rising. Smells like rosemary and beef. Eat, he says gently. Sitting back down. Opening his book again. We don't have to talk, just eat. I take a bite. It's the best thing I've ever tasted. And for the first time in 24 hours, the noise in my head stops. Spoon scrapes the bottom of the ceramic bowl. Sound is loud in the quiet room. Like a church bell ringing underwater. I've eaten the whole thing. Carrots, potatoes, beef that falls apart if you look at it wrong. Stomach feels full for the first time in months. Not the bloated, chemically full feeling of soda and chips, but heavy, warm, anchored. Liam doesn't look up from his book, turning a page with a dry asterisk swish asterisk. There's more, he says. Without looking. No, I thank you. Voice cracks. Embarrassing. I clear my throat. I should go, he'll be wondering where I am. Liam closes the book. Slowly. Sets it on the side table. On a coaster. Who actually uses coasters. People who respect wood. People who respect things. He kicked you out anon. He said to come back after 10. I check my phone. Screen cracked in the corner. Battery at 14%. It's 10:15. Liam looks at me. Eyes dark. Unreadable. I'll drive you. You don't have to. I can walk. It's raining, and you look like you're about to pass out. Get your shoes. The car ride is silent. Smells like leather and faint citrus. No check engine light on the dashboard. No rattle in the suspension. Windshield wipers moving in a hypnotic rhythm. Asterisk thwump his asterisk. I stare out the window at the blurred city lights. Streaks of neon dissolving into the wet asphalt. Feeling that sense of unreality again. Like I'm a texture that hasn't loaded in properly. Sitting in a rendered vehicle. Moving through a skybox. Liam drives with one hand on the wheel. Relaxed. Competent. He doesn't check his phone at red lights. Just watches the road. You can stay, he says. Quietly. As we turn onto my street. If you need to, guest room is empty. It's fine, I say. Automatic response. Script running in the background. He just needed to get air out of his system. It's a process. Liam pulls up to the curb. Puts the car in park. Turns to me. The dashboard lights cast shadows across his face. Make him look sharper. Older. Don't let him convince you that misery is a form of enlightenment. Anon. I freeze. Hand on the door handle. What? He thinks suffering makes him deep. He thinks making you suffer makes you interesting. It doesn't. It just makes you tired. He unlocks the doors. Click asterisk. Call me if you need out. I nod. Dumbly. Scramble out of the car into the rain. Watch him drive away. Taillights fading into the mist. Felt like leaving a lifeboat to swim back to the Titanic. Climb the stairs to the apartment. Keys feel heavy. Anxiety spiking. Heart doing that fluttery thing. Ribcage feels too tight. Unlock the door. Push it open. Smell hits me first. Sage. Burnt sage. Masking something else. Musk. Sweat. Stale air. The apartment is dark. Only the glow of the computer monitors in the corner. Blue light cutting through the haze. Kai is sitting on the floor. Lotus position. Wearing a silk robe I've never seen before. Scrolling on his tablet. You're late, he says. Doesn't look up. It's 10:30. The vibe shifted at 10. You missed the afterglow discussion. It was critical for the reintegration phase. I stand in the doorway. Dripping water on the cheap laminate floor. Sorry, I walked slow. Finally looks at me. Eyes glassy. Pupils dilated. Looking through me, not at me. Did you process? Process. The separation. The spatial autonomy. Did you sit with your jealousy and dismantle it? I think about the stew. The dark green velvet couch. The silence. Yeah, I lie. I dismantled it. He smiles. Benevolent. Condescending. Good. Elias was fascinating. He's a kinetic sculptor. Very tactile. He says my energy is incredibly dense. That's nice. I walk past him to the bedroom. Bed is unmade. Sheets tangled. Smell is stronger here. Stomach turns over. The stew threatens to come back up. Don't sleep in there, Kai calls out. Voice detached. Energy is still settling. Take the couch. The couch. The lumpy futon that smells like dog. We don't have a dog. I grab a blanket from the closet. Curl up on the futon. Staring at the ceiling. Listening to Kai typing in the other room. Clack 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 asterisk. Writing his manifesto probably. Or tweeting about ethical non-monogamy. I close my eyes. Try to summon the feeling of the velvet couch. The rosemary steam. But all I can feel is the spring digging into my hip. And the cold realization that I am a guest in my own home. 3 days pass. Blurred timeline. Life is a series of loading screens. Work remote data entry, soul-crushing. Sleep intermittent, plagued by anxiety dreams. Listening to Kai talk about his journey. He's on a high. Dopamine feedback loop crashing through the roof. He set up dates for the next 3 nights. Different guys. Flavor profiles, he calls them. I am the spectator. The NPC keeping the shop running while the hero goes on quests. Wednesday night. He corners me in the kitchen while I'm waiting for the microwave to heat up a frozen burrito. You're stagnating, he says. leaning against the fridge, arms crossed, looking at me with that pitying expression. I'm tired, Kai. You're tired because you're resisting the paradigm shift. You're holding onto monogamous toxicity like a security blanket. He pulls out his phone. I made you a profile. Microwave beeps. I stare at him. What? On asterisk vector asterisk. It's the new app. Less meat market, more cerebral connection. Uploaded that photo of you from the beach last year. I don't want to date. It's not dating, Anon. It's experiences. It's widening the circle. You need to exercise your autonomy or you'll resent mine. He shoves the phone in my face. Profile picture is me, looking sunburned and uncomfortable. Bio reads, asterisk exploring ethical connection, partnered, seeking mind mates, asterisk. I didn't write this. I ghostwrote it for you, to get the ball rolling. You have 3 matches already. He taps the screen. Look, this one's a barista who writes Hakis. This one's an anarchist coder. Go, engage. He presses the phone into my hand. Warm from his grip. Feels like holding a live grenade. I have a date tonight, he says. Casually, checking his reflection in the microwave door. Marco, he's coming here in an hour. Here? Yes, so you need to be elsewhere. Gestures vaguely at the door. Go meet the haiku guy, or just go to a library. Expand your horizons. The disorientation hits hard. Vertigo. The kitchen tilts. You want me to leave again? It's the agreement, Anon. Fluid space. Don't be difficult. He touches my cheek, patting it like I'm a slow child. It's for us, it's for the growth. Turns and walks away, humming to himself. I stand there, holding the phone. Burrito getting cold, feeling the walls closing in, the sludge rising up past my ankles. I don't message the haiku guy. I don't message the anarchist. I walk, wandering the streets like a stray dog. Rain again. Always raining in the city. Or maybe just raining on me. Phone buzzes in my pocket. Kai asking if I'm having a breakthrough. Ignore it. Find myself outside a hardware store. Lights buzzing. Smell of sawdust and metal. It's 7 p.m. Why am I here? Instinct. Looking for solidity. Pull out my phone. Hands shaking. Cold. Wet. Scroll to Liam's contact. Finger hovers. Asterisk don't be a burden asterisk. Asterisk don't be the sad charity case asterisk. But the alternative is sitting in a 24-hour diner watching TikTok until 2 a.m. I press call. Rings twice. Hello. Voice is deep. Calm. No background noise. Hey Liam, it's me. Anon, everything okay? Yeah, no, I mean, Kai has a guest, I'm locked out for a bit. Silence on the other end. Heavy silence. Where are you? Near the Home Depot on 5th. Stay there 10 minutes. Line clicks dead. No questions. No lecture. Just action. Sitting in his living room again. Deja vu. But the vibe is different this time. Darker. Thicker. Liam is in the kitchen. Not cooking. Just leaning against the counter. Watching me. I'm shivering. Clothes wet. I can't keep doing this, I say. To the floor. To the rug. So don't, he says. Walks over. Hands me a towel. Fluffy. Warm. Like it came out of the dryer 10 seconds ago. He says I need to open up. Says I'm repressed. I rub the towel over my hair. Aggressively. Trying to scrub out the voice in my head. He made me a profile on some app. Wants me to go meet strangers while he fucks some guy named Marco in our bed. Stop. Look up at Liam. He isn't looking at the floor. He's looking right at me. Eyes dark. Pupils blown wide, despite the harsh kitchen track lighting. Jaw muscle feathering. Ticking like a bomb timer. Marco, he repeats. The name sounds like a slur in his mouth. Yeah, some guy. Works in finance or fintech. I stopped listening when Kai started talking about synergy. Liam doesn't laugh. He pushes off the counter. Moves into my personal space. Not threatening. Gravitational. I freeze. Fight or flight response broken. Just freeze. He reaches out. Thumb brushes the corner of my eye. Catches a drop of water I didn't know was there. Rough skin against my cheek. Callus from manual labor. Real work. not typing emails about synergistic brand alignments. You're soaking wet, he says. Voice drops an octave, vibrating in my chest. Take the hoodie off, I'll put it in the dryer. Do as I'm told. Robot mode. Peel off the sodden fabric. Skin underneath is pale. Goosebumps rising like braille. Feel small. Fragile. Like a skinned rabbit. Liam takes the wet bundle. Doesn't look away. Go sit, I'll make tea. Sit on the leather couch, staring at a switched-off TV screen, seeing my own distorted reflection in the black plastic. Who is that? Ghost in the machine. Feels like I've clipped out of bounds in a video game. Floating in the void texture. The apartment is quiet. No lo-fi hip-hop beats to study/relax to. No constant stream of TikTok audio. Just the hum of the refrigerator and the rain against the window. It's terrifying. Silence feels heavy, like pressure at the bottom of the ocean. Liam comes back. 2 mugs, steam rising in perfect spirals. Sits down next to me. Close, thigh brushing mine. Heat radiating off him like a furnace. He's an idiot, Liam says, staring into his mug. Kai, he thinks he's evolved, thinks he's transcended human nature. I take a sip. Earl Grey. Burns my tongue. Good pain. Grounds me in the moment. He says I'm possessive, says love shouldn't be a cage. Liam snorts. A sharp, ugly sound. Love is a house, anon. It has walls for a reason, to keep the rain out. He turns to me, puts his mug down on the coaster. Deliberate movement. He kicked you out into the rain so he could play pretend with a stranger. It's part of the agreement, I recite. Automatic defense mechanism. Fluid dynamics, radical honesty. Fuck the agreement. Silence stretches. Thick, tension coiling in the room. I look at his hands, resting on his knees. Large, capable. I have a sudden, intrusive thought. Vivid image of those hands on me. Not fixing a sink. Not driving a car. Face burns. Shame spikes hot and fast. Asterisk, that's his brother, asterisk. Asterisk, you are disgusting, asterisk. Asterisk, sludge brain, asterisk. Asterisk, degenerate, asterisk. I shift away, trying to put distance between us. Liam catches the movement. Doesn't pull back. Leans in. You know why he does it, right? I shake my head, looking at the floorboards, counting the grain patterns. Because he's bored, because he's empty. He fills it with noise and people and drama, and he's using you as the anchor so he doesn't float away completely. Truth hits me in the gut. Nausea. I don't want to go back, I whisper. Admission feels illegal. Treason. Then don't. I have to, my stuff is there, my life is there. Liam sighs, runs a hand through his hair. Stay here tonight, take the guest room. I'll drive you over in the morning to get your things. No, I say. Panic rising. If I stay, I lose. If I stay, the reality sets in. I need to go back to the simulation. Need to see the glitch with my own eyes. Take me back, please, I need to see. The car ride is a blur. Wipers slapping rhythmically. Asterisk thwack his asterisk. Asterisk thwack his asterisk. City lights smearing across the wet glass. Bokeh effect. Looks like the thumbnail of a sad night drive playlist. Liam drives with one hand on the wheel. Silent. Angry silence. Not at me. For me, it feels strange. Having someone angry on my behalf. Usually, I'm the problem. Usually, I'm the one being managed. We pull up to the curb, outside the apartment complex. Towering structure of glass and steel. Luxury living for the modern soul. Looks like a prison block with balconies. Liam puts the car in park. Engine idles. Low rumble. You sure, he asks, looking at the entrance, like it's a haunted house. Yeah, thanks for the tea and the towel. Anon. He grabs my wrist. Grip tight. Warm. Call me if he starts his bullshit, call me. I don't care what time it is. I look at his hand on my arm. Skin against skin. Electric current. Taboo. Wrong. Right. Okay, I breathe. Okay. He lets go. Slow release. Ghost of his touch lingers on my skin like a burn. I open the door and step out into the drizzle. Elevator ride up. Stomach churning. Acid reflux and anxiety. Watching the numbers climb. 3, 4, 5. Ding. Hallway smells like industrial cleaner and stale air. Walk to door 504. Hands shaking as I fish for my keys. Drop them. Clang echoes in the empty corridor. Pick them up. Scratch the paint near the lock. Finally get it open. Push inside. Sensory assault. Smell of expensive cologne. Sandalwood and musk. Undercurrent of something else. Latex. Sweat. Wine. Apartment is dim. Mood lighting set to seduction purple. Kai is sprawled on the sectional, wearing his silk kimono. Open at the chest. Glass of red wine in hand. Phone in the other. Scrolling. Always scrolling. He looks up. Smile is lazy. Satisfied. Cat that got the cream. Hey wanderer, he purrs. Voice smooth. You're back early. Didn't find a muse out there in the concrete jungle. I stand in the entryway, dripping on the hardwood. Shoes squelching. It's raining, I say. Voice flat. Monotone. Aw, poor baby, did you get soaked? He pats the cushion next to him. Come here, Marco just left. Fascinating guy, truly. He's into crypto-anarchism. We had such a deep dive. Doesn't ask where I was. Doesn't ask if I ate. Doesn't notice I'm shivering. Just wants an audience for his recap. I don't move. Staring at him. Seeing him for the first time. Without the filter. Without the rose-tinted glasses. He looks small. Posing on the couch like he's in a magazine shoot. But nobody is taking pictures. It's just performance art for an empty room. Well, he prompts. Takes a sip of wine. Leaves a purple stain on his lip. Did you meet anyone? Did you expand the circle? Condescending tone. Like asking a toddler if they made a friend at daycare. Something snaps inside me. Thin wire of patience finally giving way. Yeah, I say. Walk into the kitchen. Ignoring the wet footprints I'm leaving. Pour a glass of water. Tap water. I did. Kai perks up. Drama vampire sensing fresh blood. Oh, do tell, grinder, that poetry slam place. Turn around. Lean against the counter. Exactly how Liam was leaning an hour ago. Unconscious mimicry. No, I went to see Liam. The air leaves the room. Vacuum seal. Kai freezes. Wine glass halfway to his mouth. Smile falters. Twitches at the corners. Liam. Voice loses the smooth purr. Edges sharp. My brother Liam. Yeah, I was cold. He gave me a towel, we talked. Kai sets the glass down. A little too hard. Wine sloshes over the rim. Stains the white marble coaster. You went to my brother's house to complain about me. Didn't complain, I lie. Casually. Feeling a strange surge of power. We just talked, he made tea, we sat on the couch. That's inappropriate anon. He stands up. Silk robe flutters. Liam is family, he's off limits. That's not what open means. Open means outside the circle. You said fluid, I remind him. Throwing his own buzzwords back. You said no boundaries. You said connections happen where they happen. Don't twist my words. Face flushing blotchy red. Cracks in the porcelain mask. Liam hates me, he's toxic, he's repressed. Why would you go to him? He listened, I say. Simple. Brutal. He didn't tell me to go find a hobby while he fucked someone else in our bed. Kai flinches. Actually takes a step back. Like I slapped him. I did not, we explored a connection. It's beautiful, you're making it sound sordid. It smells like sex in here, Kai. Grow up, he snaps. Pacing now. Agitated. Nervous energy. You're doing this to hurt me. You're weaponizing Liam because you're jealous. I'm not jealous, I say. And realize it's true. I'm not jealous of Marco. I'm not jealous of the crypto-anarchist. I'm just done. Exhausted. Liam drove me home, I add. Pouring salt in the wound. Said I should call him if you start your bullshit. Kai stops pacing. Stares at me. Eyes wide. Fear? Yes. Genuine fear. Not of losing me. Of losing control. Of the narrative slipping out of his hands. Of the two people he considers below him. The submissive boyfriend and the blue-collar brother, comparing notes. He touched you, didn't he? Kai whispers. Projecting. Paranoid. He put his hands on you. I think of the hand on my wrist. The heat. The solidity. I don't answer. Just take a sip of water. Let the silence stretch. Let him fill it with his own sludge. Watching him unravel, pixel by pixel. We need to recalibrate. Kai breaks the silence, voice trembling but trying to find that authoritative pitch. Like a radio tuning between stations. I'm making an executive decision for the health of the unit. Unit? He actually said unit. I feel like I'm watching a foreign film without subtitles. Just shapes and noises. We're closing the relationship anon, effective immediately. No more Marco, no more Liam. He says the name like it's a slur. I am willing to sacrifice my exploration for you, because I see you're struggling. The room spins slightly. Not from the alcohol. From the sheer, geometric perfection of the hypocrisy. It's almost admirable. A Mobius strip of narcissism. You're closing it. Voice sounds tinny to my own ears. Distant. Because I talk to your brother. Because you aren't emotionally mature enough to handle the lifestyle. He corrects. Stepping forward. Trying to loom. Failing. He looks small in the silk robe now. Shrunken. I'm doing this for us. Delete his number. Stare at him. The white minimalist furniture. The abstract art that cost more than my car. The faint smell of Marco's heavy musk cologne still clinging to the throw pillows. It all feels like a stage set. Cardboard props. No, I say. Word falls out of my mouth like a stone. Heavy and dull. Excuse me. I'm not deleting anything, and we aren't closing anything. Walk past him to the bedroom. Legs feel like they belong to someone else. Autopilot engaged. Grab the duffel bag from the top shelf. Dust motes dance in the closet light. What are you doing? This is a tantrum. This is exactly what I mean about maturity. Kai is in the doorway. Hovering. Wringing his hands. Not touching me. Never touching me unless it's for an audience. I start throwing clothes in the bag. Blindly. Socks mixed with work shirts. Phone charger. Toothbrush. You can't leave, he says. Voice rising an octave. Panic setting in. The script isn't working. The NPC has gone rogue. We have tickets to the gallery opening next week. My parents are coming in August. Tell them I died, I mumble. Zipping the bag. Catch the fabric in the zipper. Yank it free. Violent sound in the quiet room. Walk back into the living room. Kai blocks the path to the door. If you walk out that door anon, you are proving me right. You are proving that you are closed-minded and possessive and toxic. Okay, I say. You'll be alone. Nobody else is going to put up with your silence, your lack of ambition. Okay. Liam doesn't want you, he spits. Going for the throat now. He's just using you to get back at me. You're just a pawn in a game you don't understand. Stop for a second. Look at Kai. Really look at him. Sweat beading on his upper lip. Eyes darting. Terrified of the void. Terrified of a Friday night without an audience. Maybe, I say. But he made me tea. Step around him. He doesn't try to stop me physically. He's too afraid of the confrontation. Of the reality of skin on skin without a contract involved. Out in the hall. Door clicks shut. Final. Quiet. The silence of the hallway is oppressive. Buzz of the elevator call button. Stand there waiting. Bag cutting into my shoulder. Feel lightheaded. Dissociated. Like I've just woken up from a coma in a different timeline. Phone buzzes in my pocket. Pull it out. Screen is bright. Hurts my eyes. Text from Liam. Just an address. And 2 words. Asterisk gates open. Asterisk. Stare at the pixels. Don't feel joy. Don't feel triumph. Just a dull, aching exhaustion. And the realization that I have to drive across town in the elevator dings. Doors slide open. Empty metal box. Step inside. Press the button for the lobby. Watch the numbers count down. Doors open to the street. Smell of wet concrete and exhaust. Breathe it in. Sludge. Real sludge. Step out into the dark.